Welcome back to Barcelona Info channel. Today we're diving into crucial developments that could shape Barcelona's entire season, and there are some surprising twists you won't want to miss. It's the middle of summer, the transfer window is still open, and Barcelona fans worldwide are holding their breath. The decisions made in these coming weeks could determine whether we're celebrating titles or watching from the sidelines come May. Let's start with our defense, which has been keeping supporters awake at night. During our Asian tour, we saw concerning moments. Against Vissel Kobe in Japan, we conceded 1 goal, but against Seoul in South Korea, we leaked 3 goals, raising serious questions about our backline. Hansi Flick's system relies on a high defensive line and intense pressing. When it works perfectly, it's beautiful to watch, but it requires absolute precision from every player. When pressing isn't at maximum intensity or partnerships aren't synchronized, cracks begin to show. In pre-season, we're nowhere near top gear. Players are building fitness, new combinations are being tested, and there are constant lineup changes. Flick is experimenting with different partnerships and making half-time substitutions. The offside trap that worked effectively last season requires chemistry that only comes with time and repetition. While those pre-season goals were concerning, they don't necessarily reflect what we'll see when the real action begins. The defensive setup will improve as players get sharper. However, there's something that genuinely worries observers about our defensive situation. The real concern isn't pre-season performances, it's our lack of transfer activity. We brought in Jan Garcia as goalkeeper, which was necessary, but we've done essentially nothing to strengthen our back four or add defensive depth. When Laporta hints there might not be more signings, it's understandable from a financial fair play perspective. But from a sporting standpoint, have we done enough to strengthen where we needed it most? If the season started tomorrow, which back four would you trust in a Champions League final? Last season, we often saw Kound, Kubasai, Inigo Martinez, and Bald forming our defensive line with good understanding. Andreas Christensen's stock has been rising, especially during pre-season. He brings real quality when fit and confident, understands Flick's system, and has Champions League experience that could prove invaluable. Keep your eyes on Jofre Torrents, the 18-year-old left-back from La Masia who's been impressive in pre-season. We desperately need fullback depth, especially on the left. When Bald was injured last season, we felt his absence. If Torrents continues developing, he could be in first-team contention soon. Our ongoing registration issues remain frustrating. Despite being told in July that we'd achieved the 1-to-1 rule, we're still dealing with registration problems in August. Barcelona still needs to sell players and generate income just to register those we've already signed. This financial pressure is creating difficult decisions. Marc Casado has been linked with exits all summer. He's a La Masia graduate who understands the club's DNA and impressed last season. He doesn't want to leave. This is his dream club. He's not demanding huge wages or guaranteed minutes, just offering quality depth. Casado brings a different profile to our midfield compared to Frenkie, Gavi, Pedri, or Firmin, especially defensively. The rumored €30 million price tag is insulting for his potential. Other clubs are watching, ready to exploit our financial desperation. Ronald Araujo's situation is even more complex. His release clause expired, but Barcelona could entertain offers for double Casado's fee. The question isn't whether selling helps financially, but whether it makes sporting sense. In pre-season, we saw some issues in Araujo's game that concerned observers during Champions League matches last season. Reports suggest he wants to feel like a first-choice player. If Flick doesn't show complete faith, he might look elsewhere. Early season selections could determine his future. Now for something exciting, Marcus Rashford's arrival. Watching him in pre-season has been like seeing a player rediscover his love for football. He looks refreshed, energized, genuinely happy wearing the Barcelona shirt. Sometimes a change of scenery is exactly what a player needs. The chemistry between Rashford and the squad, particularly with Lamine Yamal, has been immediately apparent. The dressing room atmosphere seems perfect for rebuilding confidence. Under Flick's guidance, with the discipline he brings and the energy of Barcelona's young core, Rashford has everything needed to return to his best. His movement in pre-season has been encouraging, his pace is still there, and most importantly, he looks like he's enjoying football again. Here's a bold prediction: Rashford will have a more productive season than many expect. His understanding of space, ability to make runs behind defenses, and high-level experience could thrive in Flick's system. Once he gets that first goal and feels confidence flowing back, we could see the return of the player who was terrorizing defenses. The key will be patience and persistence. Learning new systems and adapting takes time, but his pre-season attitude suggests he's ready for the challenge. As we look ahead, there are many questions needing answers. Can our defense improve without major signings? Will financial pressures force us to sell key players? Can Rashford rediscover his best form? Will young talents like Torrents step up when given opportunities? This season will be defining for Barcelona on multiple levels. The decisions made now, how Flick implements his vision, player development, and resolution of financial issues will determine whether we're genuine contenders or still progressing. Once that first whistle blows, speculation fades away. What matters is what happens on the pitch, how the team responds to challenges, and how players rise to meet expectations. Barcelona has always been more than just a club, and this season will test that spirit. Thank you for joining Barcelona Info channel. Keep supporting our beloved Blaugrana through every twist of what promises to be a fascinating season. Until next time, Visca el Barça.